Wee, what's going on, YouTube? It's Donnie B all day. Imagine if you will. And what if I told you that somebody found themselves an Off-Grid Knives Tracker X2 and then dropped it? They dropped it into a barrel full of acid that doesn't eat the knife. It doesn't destroy the knife. It just makes it beefier. It's a special kind of acid. They dropped it in and it made it bigger and beefier and nastier. Imagine, if you will, the premise of something like that. Something like that actually happening. I just spit on myself thinking about it. Well, apparently somebody did. Whoo, mackerel. So, look at this. I don't even know what I just said. Look at this. This is the Alpha Dog by Off-Grid Knives. This thing is a little hand tank, right? Just a little hand tank. I love the new grip on this. Love it. I think all of their fixed blades should have this size grip. It is great all around. Fantastic. But boop, where'd it go? This thing's kind of monstery. If you ever put one of these in your hand, you know that you're holding a nice wide tank of a blade. You know that you're holding something substantial in your hand. Well, I don't know. Empty that bucket and pour out the knife. So this is what we have here. Coyote tan. They come in different colors. Taco style sheathing. G10 scales. Full tang construction. Non-flappy nylon. On and off the belt. Easy. Adjustable. I mean, come on, man. It just keeps getting better. Let's go over some of the specs on here. So the blade length, and I will say that this is a really nice sheath, just like the other ones. Really, really nice sheath. The blade length is 4.5 inches. Let's see, left hand, right hand carry because it's ambidextrous. It is the Basecamp collection. Blade width is a full 2 inches wide. Blade thickness is a 5 millimeter. It is a 62 in the Rockwell. It is Cryo D2. It is gray wash finished. It is a hollow grind. It is a plain edge with a 5 1/4 inch grip. Great length in the grip. It is G10 with Kydex. So that's everything you need to know. Let's go over the pros and the cons. There's no cons on this. Let's go over the pros. It's big and it's hefty and it leans. I want you to see this is straight, right? That means center point of the handle is right about here. You see where the tip is, how it leans down? That means for a 4.5 inch blade, we should be able to get a little chopping in. Because of the canted blade, the way it's turned that way, whoever on the team decided, hey, you know what, let's pull the point down, they did a really good job. Now you'll see this right here. Instead of being one of those harpoon tips where it over curls and gives you this, it's just a sweep. Look at this line. It goes from here, whoop, and it sweeps up evenly and comfortably, boop, right to here before it breaks down. That's really sweet. That's really sweet. The G10 is really nice. It's comfortable. It's grippy. These lines right here, I want you to notice the direction of travel on these lines. They all go this way, right? That means the grip keeps you this way. You don't have lines going this way because you want the path of least resistance, not the most, not the path of free resistance. So these little lines right here are going to help you out. Now, it will be grippier with a glove on. Obviously, it's brand new G10. There's not a whole lot of resistance, but when you put it in your hand, you can feel the contouring hold on, especially this area here will hold you on pretty good. It does have a lanyard hole. It is Chicago screwed, and it does have some really, really nice jimping. Now, I was telling you about the con. Well, there's only one. If you have small hands, it might not be your knife. I'm not going to lie to you. And I'll show you. This is their new Tracker X, right? This thing is hand hugging. So I want you to notice the difference in handle girth, right? Or width going this way. This point right here is pretty far out there. It's way, way up. For someone like me, that works. That works. The only other area you would have a problem with is small hands is right here. It is really wide for the back of the hand. So you'll notice how far the pinky is from being a full grip, where you see the difference. Where this pinky is almost in a full grip, where this one, look at, you can see my fingers are touching my hand. The Tracker X2, the grip on that is amazing. It's amazing. You see that? That is a full fist grip. This one is just short. I'm assuming whoever over at Off Grid designs the handles is like somewhere between 6'5" and 6'7", because they have to have big long fingers to grab that and go, yeah, that's the one. This is made for people like me, for big people. So if you are a smaller hand person, I don't want to say, oh yeah, this is so comfortable, and then you get it and your fingers are going to be way up here and you're going to be like, I can't even grab this thing. It might not be your knife. If you are smaller hand, that Tracker X2, yeah, I'd say so. So that's the only con. The only con is that it's not going to be good for people with smaller hands. Okay, a lot of people have large to double X. And I think even a large hand, it might be a little to the top side of your probable normal comfort rate. But even with a large hand, I think you'd be able to get a really, really secure grip on that. And that's it. That's the con is big hand people are going to like it more than small hand people. That's the con in this whole design. That's pretty good. As far as the sheath design, it does have drainage. It does have a really good locking system. They do a really nice bend out so you can use your thumb to pull it off the sheath. I love the stiff nylon and the color. Man, this color is beautiful. Beautiful. Not only do we have the Alpha Dog, which is obviously being shown today. Almost looks like, if you look real close, it was like a flash by. It's like the Black Panther. But we also have something that I have been dying to try out, like literally, because one of my favorite pocket knives all time is the Off Grid Scorpion V2. It is amazing. It is amazing. I went to bowling the other night at my league bowling, and this guy walks up to me and he goes, you got a knife on you? And I'm like, how'd you know? He goes, everybody knows you have a knife on you. I pull it out and he goes, damn. And I went, yeah. And that's what it was, the Off Grid Scorpion V2. Well, they came out with a Black Mamba V2 version. What? I don't know if you ever are on Off Grid knives and you see this, the V2, I don't care what it is. If it says V2 at the end of it, you grab it, because that's high end. That's high end awesomeness. All right, so what we need to do is check this guy out right here. Let's see if I have some hair left. Not after this. So this thing is crazy sharp. Look at this. I mean, that peeled off half an arm. Look at that. That is insane sharp. And what do you expect? I mean, it's Off Grid our edge masters. Now, I can already tell you what's in the future for the Alpha Dog. They took that Tracker X and made it godly. And you know what they did is they made a full flat grind, and they did contouring in the handle. They cut down some of this, maybe some of this. They made the handle just perfect. I bet you in the future you're going to see a full flat. I can almost guarantee it, because I know there's a lot of people that whine about hollow grinds. They don't think they're tough enough. We're going to find. I'll show you how tough this thing is. I guarantee it. But because of those people who are out there, Off Grid listens. They're really good at paying attention to the customer. I guarantee there's going to end up being a full flat grind one of these one day. And when that happens, people are going to go freaking nuts. Let's take it outside. All right, so I wanted to take it out in the light, but it's Massachusetts. We don't have any sunlight. but at least you can get some natural light on it. And you can really see. One of the things that Off Grid does almost better than anybody is their coatings, their stone wash and their black washes. They are immaculate. They're always on there good. They look, the color itself is just beautiful, I think. But they do a smackdown job on that, man. We're gonna need one of these so we can do a little chopping. All right, let's get over to the stump that needs to be replaced for quite a long time. It is all junky. And let's start having some fun with this guy. Just doing this like little tapping, you see this? Because of that turn down blade, I don't have to do anything to get this to stick because it's forcing itself in this downward motion. And that is awesome. That is really, really awesome. Let's try some 4-foot drops. You can really feel the weight in the rear when you hold it up nice and high. Boop, but look at that. Drops really, really well. Do a couple hard downward throws. Oh my gosh. That was sweet. Oh, yeah. I mean, yes, the log is bad, but the bite is really good, and part of that is due to its hollow grind. Now, a lot of people, like I said, they complain about hollows because whenever you see chips in a hollow, they take out these big, but that's from people, A, who don't know how to use a knife, and B, it's generally from knives that aren't made this good. And look at this. You see that spine in the tip? On a hollow grind, you're always going to have it fatter up here because then it goes in like this. But all the way to the tip, when the grind ends here, this should be really thin, and they still found a way to keep it thick. I mean, come on. So with a hollow, we're not going to do a lot of prying. Well, maybe most people won't, but this is Off Grid. All right, there goes my stump. Look at that. That's a Off Grid hollow grind. That's Off Grid hollow grind right there. And if you're thinking, oh yeah, but it's a rotted stump, well, yeah, that's true, but tell me if that's not resistance before it pops. There's a whole lot of resistance there, a whole lot. All right, so let's try a 1/2-inch nylon rope push cut, and bam, 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 bam. Sweet. the thing hits. It hits like a much bigger knife. You have a 4.5-inch blade, right? And normally a 4.5-inch blade, it doesn't, I don't know, it just doesn't hit this hard. This thing absolutely hits. God, you hear that? I mean, it just freaking hits. Let's do the extension cord chop. Boom. It takes almost no effort to get the head of the knife, that all the way at that tip, down. It just takes no effort. That's really fun to do. All right, so let's see. And like I said, because of that, and because I can hold on back here, look at that. That was through 2 parts. Bam, bam, bam. That's a nice thick piece of sycamore right there. That's not rotted wood. That's really good hardened stuff, man. That's thick. That's beastly. You know, that's actually a really good stick. Bam. Let's go. We got a nice fat part here. Bam. Bam. So I'll tell you, I've never used an off-grid knife that didn't work. Never. The only thing was fat, like big, thick, a grip. That was it. That was the only thing I've ever had to say as a con was a big, thick grip. And look at this. Look at this. Look at these poles, man. All right, so you know what we need? Oh, let's put it through the tire. Let's put it through the tire. Ugh. Yeah, hollow grind madness. Let's see how that hollow grind tip did. No bending. No bending right there. This thing's solid, man. It is so solid. Let's get it to the soccer ball. Let's get it to the soccer ball. See, because it is like a multi-use knife. It is a hunting, hiking, camping, law enforcement, you know, type deal. So it should be able to do a lot of things, and things like tearing skin, that's not going to be something to get in its way. Man, it's a really cool knife. It's just amazing in a way where you put it in your hand and you know it's 4.5 inches long in the blade, but it feels like a 6-inch knife. It does. It feels like you have a 6-inch blade in your hand by how it works. It's pretty wild. It's something that you actually have to put in your hand to understand what I mean. It's not supposed to feel that way. You know what I mean? All right, so let's see. We got this nice area I've been chopping over here. So let's see if we can't get some more on there. Let's see. Wow, that just freaking bit in. This is not a chopping knife, but I don't know if you notice. It's freaking chopping. I'm getting it stuck in there. Look at this. This is 4.5 inches of blade swing. It is taking chunks out of this tree. That, my friends, that ain't too shabby right there, I'll tell you that. That's actually really, really good. If you don't use knives regularly and you don't have to chop with a knife, you might not understand how really good it is to take a 4.5 inch knife and do what I just did as effortlessly as I just did it. That was that's what we call something special right there. That's something special. All right, let's see. Let's beat on it. Hollow grinds. Hollow grinds. People don't use hollow grinds for batoning. You know why? Because that's stupid. Hollow grinds are not made for it. But it's off grid. And I have a little faith. Bam! And you can see that's not a bad piece of wood. It's not all rotty. Yeah. Let's see. Bam! I'll tell you, man. This thing, you know, like some knives are beasts. And some knives you can just feel the beast, right? I can feel it. I can feel it in this knife. I could just, it's like a really, really tough knife in the hand. And let's see. Hey, get up in there. Damn dog, always trying to walk away. I see you. But a tough knife, like it doesn't just feel solid. It doesn't just feel strong. It feels tough. And it's kind of a weird way to describe a knife, but there's no other real way. There's no other real way to say it. Now the tracker was hard for me to throw. The Tracker X2. So this might be a little hard to throw. But let's see if I can't get it around. Hey! All right. A minor adjustment in the stance. Woo! Damn, off grid. All right, so once again, they say overbuilt. They build them just so good. They're built to perform, is what they are. They're really, really built to where some people, if you don't like the look of it, right? Oh, I don't like the shape. I don't like the look. That doesn't matter. When it comes to an off-grid knife, what matters is does it work? This thing's a beast. This thing's a beast. And I'm telling you, for my hands, it's pretty right. It's pretty right. So I'm telling you guys, and you know, like I'm a double XL hand guy. That's my hand size is 2XL. And it's just there. So I know that an XL is going to fit it. And I know a large will be able to work it. If you got little baby hands, maybe you need to do little baby tasks. You don't need such a big bad knife. This thing's a little monster in the hand. That curvature, it almost swings like a kukri. And if you've ever swung kukri, you know the devastation in the end of the cut in a kukri. Not the beginning of the cut, but the end. But boom, it's just crazy good. Yeah, this is another winner. This is another winner. I cannot wait, boop, to get to that V2. That Black Mamba is going to be sick. I already put it in my hand, and I'm not going to lie to you guys. Oh. If you own the Viper, or if you know the Viper by Off Grid, it's similar in size to that, but even better in the hand. Oh my gosh, it feels so good. So I'll be excited to get to that one. But this one's a meaty little monster right here. This is a meaty little monster. Nice full 5 millimeters. Not so bad. And I was even able to utilize in my gripping the little thumb slots here. And that felt good when I was doing some feather sticking. I actually thumb notched it right here. And you can see that little point where my thumb sits right in that little hole. And I did my side grip. It locked my thumb in there. I mean, I could turn the knife just by moving the thumb with nothing else because of that little groove. Really, really good. That's an important piece of the design that would probably be overlooked by many. And I have to say that the more you use it, and the more I was swinging, and the more my hands got, you know, a little more conditioned from being inside to outside, that the grip did feel better, felt more secure. That's not so bad. That's not so bad. Anytime things get better as you use them, that's really good. So, ta-da! The Off Grid Alpha Dog. This thing's definitely an alpha dog, man. This is a beastly knife. This right here adds so much to that right there. Just done right. Just done right. Great job on the balance, guys. All right, so that's it for this one. The Off Grid Alpha Dog. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. I am Donnie B all day. Until next knife.